Now, because of a lot of the security and privacy settings that we talked about, yeah, screenshot control. Let's take a look and see exactly how that works. So I'm having a conversation with Bob here. Yeah. And if we remember correctly, when we set up Bob is Great 32, we changed a lot of his security settings. And one of them was we want to be notified if somebody takes a screenshot of our conversation. So let's see what happens when I do it. So I'm going to take a screenshot of the conversation. Now I've got the screenshot. Go back, media gallery, I don't want there. Uh-oh, and it says right here on Bob's phone, Mark Babbitt 01 took a screenshot at, and it gives me the time. It tells me who did it and the time that it was done. And at that point, I could type in some, message. What are you doing? Sending this, taking screenshots of our conversation. Now, on the other phone, on my phone, I'm not sure if I have that set up. So let's take a look and see what happens when Bob tries to take a screenshot of our communication. So using the Android of our chat. Take screenshot. Boom. Tells me right now, Bob is great 23, takes a screenshot. So right away, either on the iOS or the Android, we are notified if somebody is trying to take a screenshot of our communications. Now, remember, we set up one of these phones with the ability not to forward our message. So let's give it a try. So if I look at the conversation that I've been having with Bob is great, and let's say Bob wants to forward one of my messages, then all he would have to do is hold on the message. And on the top here, where there usually is an arrow pointing to the right, which is meaning forwarding, it's not there. It's gone. So let's see what happens when I remove that setting from the Apple, from the iPhone. So I go into my settings, I go into my chats, disable forwarding my messages. Let's turn that off. Okay. So we turn that off. And let's go back to Bob's phone here. Now, this time, when I go into our communications, when I go into our chat, I'll take a look, and I will do the same thing. Hold down part of our conversation. And now the arrow is there. The arrow moving to the right. And if I tap it, then I could forward it to someone else within the contact list. If I turn it back on, settings, chats, disable that function. Boom. So once that function is disabled, so now when I go back into it, I tap it, I tap the conversation, I hold the part of the conversation, and as you can see, the arrow is now gone. So this function disables people from forwarding my messages, which is really great. Okay.